Planning. That's 888-598-3893. 888-598-3893. Try FacetWealth.com. TRYFACET Wealth.com. Facet Wealth is an SEC registered investment advisor. This is not an offer to buy or sell securities, nor is an investment, legal, or tax advice.
Wednesday time 2:38. Now 10 Wins Entertainment News. Still love this song. Hundreds turned up in Queens yesterday for the inaugural Rock the Bells Festival at Forest Hill Stadium. Boroughs' own LL Cool J hosted that event. Of course, he's been in the game for 4 decades, rising to fame with songs like Going Back to Cali, Mama Said Knock You Out. We could do that all day long. He was the first rapper to rack up 10 consecutive platinum-selling albums and, of course, was recently inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Now, part of the experience, you gotta eat, right? Concert goers dined at the first all-rapper-owned food court featuring Bun B's Trill Burgers, Mia X's Team Whipped Them Pots, and Jada Kiss and Styles P's Juices for Life. Organizers say part of the proceeds from those ticket sales will be donated to the Universal Hip Hop Museum in the Bronx. Entertainment news at 38 past each and every hour right here on 1010 Wins. It's news time, 2:39.
Thousands of people contact InventHelp monthly about their invention or new product. Do you think companies would be interested in your idea? Do you want to try to get a patent? Call InventHelp now. Best of all, the call and information are free. InventHelp keeps your idea confidential, explaining every step of the invention process. We create professional materials and submit them to companies who are looking for new ideas in your category. We have more than 9,000 companies who have agreed to review new ideas in confidence. If a company shows interest in manufacturing your invention, we can negotiate on your behalf. We have helped over 10,000 clients receive patents. We offer 3D modeling and animation, prototyping services, and we use state-of-the-art technology to present client ideas to additional companies. Join people just like you who made the call to InventHelp. You have nothing to lose.
Call us for free information at 1-800-460-3495. That's 1-800-460-3495. Again, 1-800-460-3495.
Harlem Week is back, and this year you can attend in person or stream the event. For more information, go to harlemweek.com.
The News Watch never stops. This is 1010 Wins. You give us 22 minutes, we'll give you the world.
Good afternoon, 90 degrees, 240 on your Sunday, August 7th. I am Stephanie Officer. Here's what's happening. Texas Governor Greg Abbott has been busing migrants who cross the southern border there. Here, we'll tell you what happened when the first two arrived. Sizzling outside, a little rain right now, but it's still warm and humid. AccuWeather tells us what they've got ahead for the week. Traffic levels in New York are back to what they were in the before times. That's pretty clear. If you can't see, you can certainly hear it. Russia and Ukraine pointing the finger at each other for shelling around a major nuclear plant. And the Staten Island Mural Project hopes to bring art to kids in that borough. In sports, bottom of the first, the Yankees tied at 1 with St. Louis. Atlanta at the next, 4-10. We're looking at 90 degrees, partly sunny. We're going down to 78 in Midtown. Tucson 241. Traffic and trains are on the ones now. Here is Gloria Tapa.
Got a crash being cleared eastbound 280 after exit 11 in Orange. The left lane is blocked. Northbound Garden State Parkway, if you're going to or from the shore, you're going to see delays exit 80 to 82, going into exit 89, and then again exit 98 to the Asbury Toll. Again, you're going to run into some delays going into the Driscoll Bridge if you continue north. Now, here's what you need to know about the bridges and tunnels. The George is 35 to 40 minutes inbound on the lower level, 30 to 35 on the upper, 30 to 35 outbound. That's both levels. The Lincoln is 15 to 20 in, 10 minutes out, and it's 15 minutes in both directions if you happen to be taking the Holland Tunnel. Now, moving over to the BQE, expect to see some slow traffic in both directions into Atlantic Avenue, and the southbound Cross Island is close to Thrives next to the LIE, northbound from the Marina to the bridge. I'm Gloria Tapa. Our next report at 2:51 on 1010 Wins.
Well, July 19th was when Mayor Adams first accused Texas Governor Greg Abbott of sending migrants who crossed that state's southern border here to New York without contacting New York officials to tell them he was doing so. We've been telling you about that here on 1010 Wins. Well, Abbott had been denying it until Friday when he finally fessed up to busing asylum seekers here. This is what happened when some of them arrived.
14 immigrants stepped outside the Port Authority bus terminal and they were welcomed by the Taxi Workers Alliance. The drivers, all immigrants themselves, volunteered to drive them to their next destination free of charge. Dorothy Bacon said they would go to one of two locations.
If they have to
shelters. One on 37th Street, actually in the city. The other one is in the Bronx. Mayor Adams greeted the migrants and said at a news conference they would be treated with compassion. Many families that want to stay here, we're going to ensure that they can get the proper shelter. But we're finding that some of the families are on the bus that wanted to go to other locations and they were not allowed to do so. A busload of 40 migrants was expected, but when only 14 arrived, the mayor wondered where were they dropped off. Sal Diori at 1010 Wings outside the Port Authority bus terminal on 8th Avenue.
Is this another heat wave? Did we ever really end the other one? Doesn't really feel like it, but for what's ahead for your new week weather-wise, meteorologist Carl Erickson.
With a heat advisory in effect through tomorrow as we are in the middle of this latest heat wave, and just like today, temperatures both tomorrow and Tuesday climbing above that 90-degree mark with a high of 93. Tomorrow, Tuesday's high 94. You factor in that humidity, that tropical air mass in place, real field temperatures up to near 100 each of the next couple of afternoons. And just like this afternoon, we'll have a couple of cooling thunderstorms around, but the best chance for more widespread storms and a break in that heat wave comes on Wednesday with highs back into the 80s.
And a woman who was riding a scooter on the Henry Hudson Parkway died after crashing into a divider last night. Police tell 1010 Winds that happened around 9:50 p.m. as the 48-year-old was riding uptown on the Parkway near West 104th Street. She lost control of the scooter, hit the center divider. The impact so severe it launched her into the path of a man riding a motorcycle in the downtown lane. EMS workers took her to a nearby hospital where she was pronounced dead, her identity not yet released. The motorcycle rider was also taken to a hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. Well, the Senate spent the night with Democrats trying to pass a gigantic partisan bill, Republicans trying to block it. Democrats need all 50 of their votes plus that of Vice President Harris to get it done.
They call it Votorama, or Weekend Senate Marathon, after which Senate Democrats hope to pass a completely partisan money bill with some 700 pages of detail about taxes, energy, climate, and many other things. Vice President Harris was presiding over the Senate deep into the overnight. She used her power to move it along.
On this vote, the yeas are 50, the nays are 50. The Senate being equally divided, the Vice President votes in the affirmative and the motion to proceed is agreed to.
We're forcing numerous votes on amendments Senate Republicans are trying to block or at least delay passage.
Correspondent Tom Foti reporting. In New York City's street traffic is now back to levels of the before times, but NYPD data shows authorities are doing less to crack down on reckless drivers than 3 years ago. Cops issued more than 330 summonses for moving violations during the first 7 months of this year. That's down 47% from the same point in 2019. That downward trend is now concerning some advocates. At least 147 people, including 62 pedestrians and 12 cyclists, have been killed in car crashes in the city so far this year, according to DOT data. The NYPD data does not include the number of tickets issued by automated speed and red light cameras, which are now running 24/7. That began on August 1st. Since taking office at the beginning of this year, Mayor Adams has repeatedly said cops would do more to crack down on reckless drivers. Well, a one-time de Blasio administration employee says she was the target of retaliation, something she says was commonplace during his term after she filed complaints about racial discrimination on the job. This, according to a new Manhattan federal court class action lawsuit. Martha Perez Petamonti was Mayor de Blasio's Office of Appointments, Special Counsel, and Deputy Director of Vetting. She also cites a hostile work environment during her time at the agency, which ended on January 31st, 2020. But she claims she was driven to quit after struggling with mental health issues that were work-related. Perez Petamonti described in court papers as a brown-skinned Latina woman says the issue started in 2018 when an agency exec harshly said there were 3 Muslims on the roster for the newly created Civic Engagement Commission. The lawsuit also claims she was passed over for a promotion for a less qualified white man. The defendants also include former MOA Director Joni Kletter, who served as de Blasio's campaign treasurer during his 2017 re-election run, and 2 of her male colleagues. A New York City Law Department spokesperson said they're reviewing that lawsuit. From Newstown 247.
Every search you make, every click you take, they'll be watching you.
Tired of companies like Google and Facebook watching everything you do online? There's actually a simple solution. DuckDuckGo. It's an all-in-one privacy app with a built-in private search engine, web browser, one-click data clearing, email protection, and more, all for free. Download the app today and get the most comprehensive privacy protection with a push of a button. DuckDuckGo. Privacy simplified.
I'm Naheem Hines, proud supporter of the Muscular Dystrophy Association. My mom has muscular dystrophy, and the MDA helps her and kids like my buddy Ethan.
My name is Ethan, and I'm 12 years old. Thanks to the Muscular Dystrophy Association and people like you, I have more hope than ever before. And MDA funds over 150 care centers for kids like me.
For over 70 years, MDA has been transforming the lives of people living with muscular dystrophy, ALS, and related neuromuscular diseases. Learn more at MDA.org today.
Men's News Time 2:48. Authorities in Albuquerque, New Mexico are investigating the murder of a fourth Muslim man in the city since November, and whether the murders are linked. 3 of them happened in just a matter of days.
Today, the Albuquerque Police Department is investigating a horrible murder. A young man from South Asia who was gunned down. They haven't released his name, but what's concerning to this community is that he is now the 3rd Muslim man killed in Albuquerque in the past 2 weeks. All appear to be shot without warning. Law enforcement now investigating if this latest murder is connected to the others.